MVP Hockey Skills Volume 3, Street Stick Smarts, brought to you by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. You gotta love this weather. You kids having fun?
Yeah!
All right, thanks for joining me outside today. Hello everyone and welcome to MVP Hockey Skills. I'm Annie Petrillo and today we are looking to show you many more ways to have fun on your driveway or playground and improve your game. And as always, I get to use the services of a couple of guys that you've seen many times on TV, Joe Thornton and Marty St. Louis. All right, let's welcome Joe, Marty. Come on into the frame, greet our viewers, and oh, well, you know, I don't think I'd mind that too much if your gloves weren't so stinky. Great to see you guys again, both of our MVPs here. Now, both of you have competed internationally for Canada. Joe, what are some of your favorite memories representing your country?
Probably playing the World Juniors when I was 17 in Geneva, Switzerland, and obviously playing in Toronto with Marty for the World Cup team, which we won as well. So those were my two fondest memories playing internationally. That's
great international competition. That's where you can see two players come together who normally play on a different team. What's some of your favorite memories?
Well, my favorite memory is playing for the World Cup in 2004, having the finals in Toronto, and having playing a couple games in Montreal prior to that in my hometown. It was something I'll cherish for a long time.
You guys have done a great job representing Canada. Thank you so much. Let's get this one started. Before we hit the pavement, it's always important to warm up, get a little loose, because that's how we can prevent injuries. So Joe, Marty, take us away in some stretching drills.
Okay, first we're gonna start just running stationary, warm up the body, get the blood flow going a little bit, eh? Yeah, feels good.
Feeling good, getting loose.
All right, now we're gonna stretch the quads out a little bit, so grab that foot and keep that right close to your other knee. You probably want to hold the stretch for about 10 to 30 seconds, all right, guys, when you do it every day. All right, now let's rotate to the other one.
And sometimes, I guess, if you have problems with balance, you can hold on to a partner.
Hold on to your partner, yeah. That might help a little bit.
All right, so
now we're gonna get down. We're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna use our arm and with our elbows, we're gonna push them out, okay? We're gonna stretch our groins and our inner thighs, okay? All right, and if you're not getting anything, you have to push a little more. All right?
This is the one that hurts.
Yeah. And again, you want to hold this, you know, when you do this every day, 10 to 30 seconds, like Joe said, all right? Okay. Now we're gonna be in a push-up position. Okay, we're gonna stretch our calves, and we're gonna try to put our heel to the pavement. Okay, put our heel down to the pavement. Okay, switch legs, and just put heel to the pavement.
And it stretches out the calves.
That's right.
All right, so we did the quads, the inner thigh, the calves. We did some running. Everyone good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, stretching definitely helps out. Let's take to the pavement now and play some hockey.
All right, there you go.
The hardest position in hockey is the goalie. Well, the goalies will tell you that. But they do stand in harm's way, so wearing the right equipment is very important. For road hockey, always play with pads, a quality catcher and a blocker, a chest protector, a cup, and shoulder pads. And of course, the most important piece of gear for a goalie is the mask. And besides, the more equipment you wear, the tougher it is to score. Marty and I know all about that.
First up, we want to talk about passing and receiving. Both Joe and Marty make it a big part of their game. Now, Joe, being a big centerman, passing very key. What makes you so effective at it?
Well, I think awareness is one big key. Obviously, knowing where your teammates are. Lots of talk on the ice. Communication's huge. So I try to talk as much as I can with my teammates to know where they are.
Keeping your head up. You've been teaching that very good. Now, Marty, being a winger, what do you need to do in order to be effective and get that pass?
Well, I think the biggest thing as wingers, that people that wants to get the puck, they have to put their stick on the ice, make eye contact, be available, demand the puck.
These are great things we're going to teach the kids. We have a few drills that you and a friend can do that are bound to improve your overall game, and we're going to grab these guys right now and show them how. Passing is a huge part of the game. You need to know how to send a pass, you need to know how to receive a pass, and there are so many different kinds of passes you can do. That's my cue to send it on over to these guys.
Thanks, Andy. Well, the first one we're going to practice is obviously the one that we're going to use probably the most in the game or practice. It's just a really simple forehand pass, okay? And when you do a forehand pass, the big thing about passing, you want to transfer your weight from the back of your leg to the front of your leg, and you want to aim the blade at the target, okay? You bring the ball back, and you aim the blade at the target. okay? Here we go. Usually the pass like this stays on the ice. It's usually a nice and crisp pass, okay? Now, same thing on the back end, okay? Sometimes the ball is gonna be, or the puck's gonna be on the other side of your body. You gotta use your back end, so you gotta be able to do a backhand pass, okay? Again, transfer your weight from the back of your leg to the front of your leg and point the blade at the target. Here we go. Good job, guys. Take it over, Joe.
Now this one, I'm gonna start on my forehand, you're gonna start on your backhand, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Keep my head up, look at the target, and just pass it right to your backhand. And you're just gonna receive it and bring it back to my forehand. Just remember, see the target, pass it to the target. Now I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go to my backhand, you'll go to your forehand, and just repeat the same way. Notice, keep the head up, know where your partner's stick is, and hit that stick. Awesome.
All right. Now we're gonna do the saucer pass, okay? The forehand one, pretty simple. You know, it's a lot easier to sauce a ball and sauce a puck. Obviously the ball is round, but that's something you can practice and you're gonna get better as you do it. Keep doing it, okay? So again, you bring the puck back, and you wanna start the ball or the puck on the heel of your stick, and you wanna let it roll off your blade, okay? So the ball or the puck's gonna travel down your blade, it's gonna get some air underneath it, and you gotta aim at the target, okay? So again, that's a great pass to use when there's somebody between you and your teammate, whether it's a stick on the ice or somebody laying down, okay? It's the same thing on your back end, okay? The puck or the ball should start on the heel of your stick. You're trying to get underneath it. It's not a flip, it's a pass, okay? You gotta aim at the target.
And the last drill we're gonna do, this is a really fun drill. You're not always gonna get a really nice pass. Sometimes you're gonna have to knock it down with your hands, your stick, so you just gotta be prepared. So, we'll knock it down with our stick or hand, put it to your blade, and pass it back. Nice. You can do this just in your laneway, just having fun with the partner. Try to knock that down, there you go.
Good job.
Yeah, knock it down with your stick. Good hand-eye coordination.
All right, you guys feel like you're learning something? Okay.
All right, guys, these are great drills that you can do with your friends. And remember, once you practice them on the driveway, you can take them to the rink. Another thing to remember is every goal starts and ends with a good pass. These guys aren't going anywhere. We've got more coming up.
How many sticks do you use in a season?
I use probably 20 shafts during the season and maybe 50 blades during the season.
What's your favorite arena to play in when you're on the road?
My favorite city and arena would probably be the ACC. I like coming back to Toronto and playing. I have a lot of friends and family obviously here because I'm from Ontario, so the Air Canada Centre.
Were you always a good skater, or did you get extra help?
When I was younger, I was a fairly good skater, but I did go to a couple hockey camps to learn how to skate a little bit better, and obviously a couple skating clinics as well. So I was a fairly good skater, but I also needed some help.
When you played road hockey as a kid, who did you pretend to be?
When I was a kid playing street hockey, I'd always try to be Wayne Gretzky, Pat LaFontaine, Mats Naslund. Those were my favorite players growing up.
What do you do on an airplane when it's a really long flight?
What I like to do on the airplane is we all have the PSPs. We always play video games amongst each other. We have about 14 guys with the PSPs, so we all connect them together and play a couple games together.
What is the record number for most consecutive gold medal wins by Canada's World Junior Hockey Team? The answer is coming up. We've had a look at a few good drills to improve your passing and receiving, but that was while you were standing still. It's time to get a little movement here because you aren't necessarily standing still when you pass, especially a huge part of the game, Joe, is the lead pass.
Right, obviously. Obviously, you want to keep your head up, know where your teammates are, and make sure that that puck's in front of them. You don't want to get that puck behind them. It makes it a lot easier getting that puck in front of them so you can skate into that pass.
And you don't want to trip him up either, putting the puck in between his skates, and that's huge for you being the winger and being the receiver. How do you communicate that to your centerman?
Well, you know, obviously it's great to talk, but sometimes you can't. Body language will do that. You know, for me, I try to get the full speed as quick as I can. And in that case, he doesn't have a choice to give me the puck, and that's one way to get open.
Communication, teamwork, very key. Well, fire up your running shoes. I hope you guys are in shape. I know that these kids are. Let's go have some fun. All right, kids, it's time to put your driveway to use. We're gonna take the passing drills we just learned and we're gonna add some movement. But we're not gonna make things easy for these guys either. We have welcomed back our ace goalie, Thomas. He's gonna be protecting the fort. Let's see what these guys can show us.
All right, thanks, Andy. The first one we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna try to duplicate the skating and passes, passing that we do on the ice. So we're gonna do some running, forehand passes and backhand passes, okay? So me and Joe are both lefty, so Joe's gonna have to catch the ball on the backhand and pass the ball on his backhand, you know? And when you do this at home, make sure that you're trying to work both sides, okay? So here we go, we're gonna run. We're always trying to hand them the puck, pass it in front of him, keep our head up to judge the speed. Whoa, here we go.
Nice goal.
All right.
All right, guys.
Here we go.
Yeah, keep
Good
that
job,
head up.
that's it. Right in front, pass it in front.
Great shot.
Good one-timer there. Here we
That's
go.
it, guys.
Pass it in front. All right.
Super job,
out of
super
the
job.
air.
Okay. Now, same type of drill. We're gonna make it a little tougher. Okay, we're gonna do one-touch passes. Again, Joe's gonna be on his backhand. We're gonna have our head up so I can judge his speed. We're gonna just one-touch it, okay? You don't stop it. Just one-touch it all the way to the end. All right.
Nice goal.
Here we go.
That's it,
One-touch
guys.
it.
Keep that
Good
head up.
job, good job.
Oh,
Okay.
great shot.
Here we go. Good job. Nice save, Thomas.
Super. Now this one is just the lead pass. I'm gonna stay stationary. Marty's gonna go ahead of me. I'm gonna lead him the pass. Keep your head up, see the target, hit the target. Marty's gonna stop. I'm gonna go in front of him with the lead pass, come down and shoot, and hopefully
All right. Here we go.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Great pass.
That's it. Good job.
Yeah, lead him.
Trying to judge the speed. Oh, great shot. Trying to judge the speed. Here we go.
Great pass.
Good job, guys.
Now this one's the weave. It's a little bit trickier. So I'm gonna headman. Marty's gonna go in front of me. I'm gonna pass him the puck, and then I'm just gonna follow in behind him. And then I'm gonna come in front of Marty. He's gonna pass me the puck. He's gonna go in front of me, and I'll come down and shoot on Thomas.
Here we go. Good job,
Oh, great
guys.
shot.
Here we go. Yep. Work together.
Nice, nice.
Work together. Good pass. Good
Oh.
job, guys.
Great call.
All right. We're learning something, right?
Yeah.
You having fun? Yeah. All right.
Good job, Marty. Well, fun is the key. And what's also key to remember is that teamwork and communication really comes in handy in this game. We've got more coming up. What is the record number for most consecutive gold medal wins by Canada's World Junior Hockey Team? 5. Canada won 5 consecutive gold medals from 1993 to 1997.
In other DVDs, we talked about how we taped our blades, how we tape the knob of our sticks, and today we're going to talk about the length of our sticks. Now, I think the biggest mistake that some of the kids make is at a young age, they have a growth spurt, they haven't played hockey for a couple months, they get back on skates, the stick is too small, and now they're wondering why they're struggling out there. Well, for the record, Joe, I never had that problem.
Apparently not. But with my length of my stick, when I'm on skates, I like the length just about touching my chin. I got the long reach, and I think a little bit longer stick for myself kind of helps me out digging pucks out of the corners, and so I cut my stick just right underneath my chin. That's how I prefer.
You do some digging?
Yeah, my length of my stick.
Yeah. You're a digger?
I like to get in the corners.
All right.
What about yourself?
Yeah, well, I actually like same thing as Joe. Right under the chin with my skates, you know, it allows me to still have, for a smaller player, still allows me to have still have a reach and dig it in the corners and still have some leverage for my shots and still allows me to be a pretty effective stick handler. So that's what we do.
What does it take to earn your stripes? There are 3 main parts. 1, eat right. 2, play with passion. And 3, go for great. Today we'll talk about the last part. Going for great means to never stop trying to take your game to the next level. Keep learning. Be a team player and help your teammates improve their skills too.
Well, here's a neat little thing we're going to show you is to practice your hand-eye coordination. We're going to be bouncing the ball on the blade of your stick.
Kind of like Tiger Woods in golf?
Exactly, Marty. So let's try that. So keep your eye on the ball and just keep it up as long as you can. Maybe start with 10, and then maybe once you get better, you can go up to 20.
Yeah, and if that's not good enough for you, then you can use your backhand and rotate.
Oh, you're really fancy, eh, Marty?
Well, sometimes, you know.
And then you can finish her off with one of these, eh, Marty?
That's right.
The term hat trick was first used in English cricket and later became popular in the 1940s in Toronto when players were given a free hat when they scored 3 goals. Face-offs are such an important part of the game. If your team doesn't have the puck, you can't score. And that's why so many teams spend a lot of time practicing face-offs. But you don't need ice for it. Joe, you take a lot of face-offs. Who are some of the toughest guys you've had to go up against?
Well, Sammy Paulson from Anaheim, he's very good. Yannick Perreault, he's been doing it for a lot of years. He's perfected the art very well as well. So those 2 guys are very good at face-offs.
Marty, when your centerman goes to take that face-off, what do you do as a winger to prepare for the outcome?
I try to jump ahead of the winger, or the defenseman that's next to me. I try to get body position so I can help out the centerman in getting the puck possession so we can create some scoring chances.
Quick to react. So now we're going to go up against these kids. Would you trust Joe as your centerman to take that face-off?
Well, let's just see how he does against the kids, then I'll tell you.
All right, no pressure. The challenge is on. Practicing face-offs is something you can easily do with a couple of friends, and you can make your own game out of it. Let's let these pros take it from here. All right, I'm ready to go. I have my Tony the Tiger ball holder, and we're going to work on face-offs. And kids, remember, you don't need ice for this. All you can do is grab some chalk and draw a dot on your driveway. And we're going to work on that right now. Joe, a place you're very used to being at, but I bet you're not used to having me as an official.
No, I'm not.
Eyes on you, buddy.
Okay,
Eyes on you the whole time. All right, so take us through some of the technical aspects of taking a face-off.
Okay, well, first of all, you want to get a nice wide base. You don't want to be standing, with your feet like this. You want to get nice and wide, get some good leverage on there. Get your hand further down on the stick so you get more power. You don't want to have your hands up here. You have no power. Get them nice down, nice and low. Get that nice wide base here. Now, Marty, we're going to try to do a couple face-offs here. For the first one, I'm just going to always be watching the hand of the referee, the puck or the ball. Always keep your eyes on the ball, on the hand. So the first one, I'm just going to sweep this one right back. So you don't want to be taking all the circle. You just want to kind of come through just half of the circle and just grab that ball or puck. Let's try that again. So nice and straight through, hands nice and low, wide balance. Now we're going to go the other side. And during the face-off, you always want to communicate to your line mates, your defensemen, just to know where everybody is on the ice and tell them what you're going to do. Now the next one is I'm just going to shoot it right over to my winger. So we're going to communicate as we're thinking about doing this, eh, Marty?
Absolutely, Joe. Obviously the center is the leader of what's going to happen. So you just, as winger, you have to be prepared, anticipate, be ready to jump to where the puck is going to come, or the ball.
Okay, this one, I'm just going to win this over to my winger on the boards. So I'm just going to sweep this right across. So really, you don't have to go all the way through the circle. You're just going to try to pick that puck and just come right through. And remember, always keep your eye on the puck on the referee's hand. Now the next one we're going to do is I'm going to hit Marty's stick and just win it back. This is probably one of my favorite. I like to do this because I'm a bigger guy, so I can use my power. So I'm just going to get in nice wide stance. I'm just going to come in, watch the ball, and I'm just going to hit Marty's stick, get his stick out of the circle, and the ball should be right here. So let's try this one. Hit Marty's stick and bring it right back, all right? Watch the ball, watch the hand, hit the stick, and bring the ball right back. That's a very effective draw. Now the next one we're going to do is the body block. I'm just going to get nice and wide again. I'm just going to come in, block Marty out of the circle, and kick the puck or the ball back to my defenseman or my forwards. So I'm just going to come in, watch the hand. I'm going to spin, get Marty out of the circle, and just kick the ball back to my defenseman or my forwards. This is a really effective draw as well, eh, Marty?
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Like Joe's a big guy. If he goes against a smaller guy like me, he's got me beat physically, and it's tough for smaller guys to get in there.
Now, the reason we're always looking at the ball and the hand of the referee, you come in early, the referee's just going to kick you out of the face-off. So you got to anticipate, be aware. It's all about reaction time, and make sure you don't get kicked out of the face-off. Now, the next one we're going to do is we're just going to go forward. I'm just going to, you know, this is very effective in the offensive zone. You never try this in the defensive zone. It's too risky. So I'm going to talk to my wingers. I'm going to tell them, okay, I'm going to go forward on Marty. He's probably going to expect me to go back. So sometimes this can work. So I'm just going to get in the face-off, pretend I'm going to come back, tell my defenseman, okay, stay there, stay there. Marty's going to think I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to sneak right through Marty and go forward on the face-off. So my wingers are both going to know that I'm going to come forward on that face-off.
So you got to do a little bit of acting too.
Yeah, you really do, yeah.
That's what I like to do. I like to get my centers.
You're the big actor,
I do.
right?
I like to get my centers kicked out so I can come in there, tell them where I want them to be, and then go forward. It's very sneaky.
Yeah.
Very sneaky, I like it.
Now the last route we're going to do is I'm just going to come right through on Marty. I'm going to tell my winger, I'm going to come through, I'm going to block that centerman, and you come in for the loose puck. Keep your eye on the ball, eye on the hand, anticipate, don't get kicked out, and I'm just going to come right through on Marty. Keep your stick low, you don't want to get your stick high, but just push him right out of the face-off circle. My winger's going to come right through, get that ball or puck, and have a scoring chance.
That's a great one. I like it. Well, you know, obviously, big guys like Joe, it makes our job a lot easier as wingers to get in there and get the puck and have puck possession, which is what it's all about with the face-offs.
He sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but can we get a real challenge here? Can we get a real
Let's do
face-off?
it.
I mean,
Let's
you
do
keep
it.
letting him win. I don't know about this.
Can I beat him?
All right, careful. Let's clear the way, make sure everyone's okay. Ready? Watching my hand. He took your advice.
Yeah, you know, now I know all the tricks. I can get in there, too.
There you go, some good tips. What do you say we get the kids here and they can try out some face-offs?
All right, you guys are ready?
All right, excellent. What's key to remember here is in order to score, you have to have puck possession, and it all starts with the face-offs. We've got more coming up.
What do you like to do in the off-season for enjoyment?
I like to relax, play some golf. Obviously, spend a lot of time with my family. I got 2 kids, and they keep me busy.
What kind of training do you do off the ice?
I do a lot of speed training, explosive stuff. You know, it's almost like Olympic lifting a little bit. You know, I really focus my training on my speed. You know, and my first 3 strides for me are the most important thing. So it's all like explosive and power stuff for me.
What player do you admire and what player do you want to play with the most?
Honestly, you know, obviously I'm blessed in Tampa because I have 2 great centermen that I can play with in Brad Richards and Vanilla Cavalier, but if I could play with those 2 guys, I would definitely want to play with Joe. Joe's a guy that's going to give you tons of scoring chance game in and game out, you know, and for a shooter, that's what you want.
Do you have any superstitions before or during a game?
Yeah, you know what, before games, you know, I always try to do the same thing every game, you know. At a certain times, you know, start getting dressed and, you know, everything's got to be done the same way. And if I forget something, I don't feel as prepared. I'm a little silly like that, but, you know, it's just the way I prepare, and everybody's got a different way, and whatever works, I guess.
What does it feel like to win the Stanley Cup?
You know, winning the Stanley Cup was a dream come true. I've played many street hockey games, and I won it out in the street, but to do it on the ice and actually lifting that cup over your shoulder was very rewarding for all the hard work you put in throughout a career.
Who's the toughest goalie to score on in the NHL?
I think for me is Ashek, just because he's kind of unpredictable. You know, he's got his own unique style, so it makes it tougher, I guess.
Which Canadian city hosted the largest crowd ever to watch a pro hockey game? The answer in a moment.
You know hockey is a team sport, and there are many different parts of the game. You guys spend a lot of time practicing, getting to know each other, and I'm sure you have some set plays that you like to work on in around the net. Marty, what are some of the things that you like to work on in practice?
My favorite thing to work on are one-timers. I like to take as many one-timers as I can from many different angles and really trying to master that shot.
The nice dramatic goal. Joe, you don't just spend your time in front of the net, you're behind the opponent's net as well. What are you looking for, and how does that work?
Well, really, it just it hides the puck a little bit more. The goalie really doesn't know where the puck is. It makes it harder for him to see the puck. And I'm looking for my teammates in front of the net with their sticks open and hopefully ultimately getting a goal for me.
Lots of communication, lots of teamwork. I like it. Let's go grab these kids and show them some drills. Practicing and getting to know your teammates is a huge part of staying smart in this game. And what's also great about it is that you can work on these drills with your friends. Now, Joe and Marty have told us some of the moves they like to work on with their teammates, and now they're going to show us how they do that.
Well, my favorite thing to do is the one-timer, and I like to practice that before and after practice. And luckily today I got a great passer like Joe that's gonna drive the net and try to find me in the open slot. And as when you practice that, you know, you don't have to always stay in the same spot. You can move a little left, a little right, but when you take that one-timer, make sure that bottom hand is nice and tight, you know, and you're following through all the way to the net. All right, so Joe will go. Now you just kind of hang and wait a little bit, stay in the middle, and I'm ready to shoot. All right.
Nice shot, Marty.
Okay. Hopefully that we can do that on the other side as well. Now, same thing on the other side, but now we take a one-timer across your body. When the ball comes across your body, make sure, you know, that stick doesn't come too high, okay? And that bottom hand is really squeezed, okay? So here we go. Joe's gonna make a backhand pass, and I one-time.
Nice,
right?
nice.
So that's something you can work with your friends out there on in the driveway. So why don't you guys try it? Okay, let's do this side here. Go wide. Here we go.
Drop that.
Oh, good shot. Way to go. Let's see the other side. Let's see the other side. Here we go. Here you go, Thomas. Here you go. Whoa, all right.
Nice.
Good
I
one.
got all the weight in that one.
All right, now another one that actually really works. It's kind of a tricky one for the goaltender. You know, Joe will, I think Joe used that one quite a bit, actually.
Yeah,
He's
once in a while.
very good passer, but it's the one Joe's gonna go behind the net, pretend to go all the way around and drop a pass short side. So for me, the guy that's gonna shoot, you wanna sell that you're staying in the middle, and at the last second, you wanna move out to so we give a chance to Joe to backhand the pass back to me so I can usually put it in an open net, okay? Let's watch this.
Right.
So I'm in the middle here, okay? Then I move to the side, and usually I'll get an open net because the goalie thinks that Joe goes to the other side, all right? And same thing from the other angle. Same thing from the other angle. I'm in the middle. Joe pretends to go all the way around, lets it out, and I shoot short side for an open net. All right, let's try this. Here we go. Be in the middle. Okay, now move out to the side. Oh,
Nice,
good pickup,
nice.
good pickup, good
Pick
job.
up with your feet.
All right, let's try the other side. Here we go. Now, Thomas, come to the middle a little bit and move to the side. Here we go. Good
Nice
job,
job.
nice try. All right, now let's move to Joe, where he's usually, that's where he spends most of his time in the office.
Yeah, we call this the office back here. So if you're behind the net with the ball or the puck, you can always see the play. The net is really protecting you from all the other opponents. So one of my favorite moves is you fake like you're going to your backhand, come right around, and you can stuff that ball or puck right in the back of the net. So you're trying to fake the goalie out like you're going one way. So I'm going to go on my forehand, get the goalie this way, and hopefully have an open net to score a goal there. Also, I can see Marty. I can see where Marty is, where Marty's going to be. So I know that Marty likes the one-timers. So I'm going to fake like I'm going to pass it to him on my forehand, pull it back to my backhand, and give it to Marty for a goal.
All right.
I like doing that one a lot too. Let's try from the other side. I'm gonna fake going to my backhand, pull it to my forehand, give it to Marty for a one-time again. Great shot, Marty.
Oh, thanks, Joe. It's a lot easier when you have a guy like Joe passing the puck to you. But you guys want to try it? Joe's going to feed you a few balls. You guys try the one-timers? All right, let's go. Let's see it.
Go, kids.
Good shot. There you go. Other side. Good shot. All right. Here you go.
Ready?
Oh, good shot.
Good shot.
Good job adjusting there. Here
Great,
you go.
Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Great
Good shot. All right.
Nice.
Isn't that fun?
Good job,
All
guys.
right.
Marty, Joe, what I love about these drills is that you can do them with your friends. So kids, grab some buddies, practice this, and then take it to the rink. We've got more coming up.
Which Canadian city hosted the largest crowd ever to watch a pro hockey game? Edmonton. The Alberta capital hosted the Heritage Classic on November 22nd, 2003. 57,167 people watched from the stands at Commonwealth Stadium as Montreal defeated Edmonton 4-3.
I don't know about you, Joe, but as a kid, I used to love to race. So what a great opportunity here when you're outside in the driveway to build a little obstacle course and trying to go around it as fast as you can. All right?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a stopwatch here.
Alrighty. I'll
And
time
you time me.
All right.
All right? Then we can maybe work on our fitness level as well.
Okay.
Ready?
On your mark, good set, go. Wow, he is fast. Oh, Marty,
Not bad?
8.3 seconds.
All right, all right.
That's pretty fast.
All right, now
Let me
you
try
try it.
this.
Okay,
You tell me when.
okay, go. You got me, Joe. 8.1 is those long legs you got, you know?
Yeah,
I think it's something that, you know, you keep going and maybe the kids can do it and get faster and faster, all right? Let's
Yeah.
do it again. Two
All
out
right.
of three.
All right, let's do it.
Well, we shared a lot of good ideas today, and special thanks to our fantastic teachers, Joe Thornton and Marty St. Louis. Remember to check out our website at www.frostedflakes.ca for some bonus tips not seen today. And kids, remember to ask your parents before going online. And be sure to look for our other DVDs, Hockey Hot Shots Volume 1 and Skills and Drills Volume 2. You can find them all in specially marked boxes of Frosted Flakes.
And Tony's Turbo's meal replacement.
And remember, anything you practice off the ice will always come in handy on the ice. I'm Annie Petrillo, and we will see you next time on the driveway, in the playground, or even in the arena. Why not? Let's go. Guys, I'm ready. Who's going to pass it?
All right.
Yes. I can always score when there's no goalie.
You're showing.
Sorry, my wire's showing. I'm not human. These balls are starting to whiz by the head. I'm all about flexing the thighs, baby. Pythons, whatever you want to call them.
Be able to create some scoring chance.
Sorry, my dog.
Running by.
It's a dog.
That was great.